Welcome. Welcome everybody to the Art Scroll Retreat. Pleasure to have you all together. Friends, supporters, the scholars, we're all part of one family. Picture the world, the Torah world, the community Torah world of what it was like in 1975. Did you have the Art Scroll Siddur, the Art Scroll Master, the Bavli, the Yerushalmi, the Chumash, the Tanakh, history? Did you have it in those years? No, you didn't. Art Scroll, Mesorah Heritage Foundation, all of us working together have produced a new world, and all of us together have a major share in changing it. More background, less background, more observance, even less observance. But we're all one people, and Art Scroll has been able to unite us all. It's the same Torah, it's the same Chumash, it speaks to all of us. But sometimes it speaks to a person in a different language. What we've been able to do, and what we're still doing, and will continue to do, is to speak to everybody in his, in her own language, make it accessible, show the beauty of it, and people will be drawn to it if they can understand it. And it's happening. It's been happening for almost 50 years, and in Yis Hashem, it will continue to happen.
The Jews come in all different types of walks of life. They come from all different backgrounds. They have their own way, and everybody has their own journey. The Torah is authentic, and it teaches you about who you are, and also, once you realize that you're part of the Jewish nation, you want to continue on it. It's the most powerful thing that keeps Jews Jewish.
I'm not that good at reading it, but with Art Scroll, Baruch Hashem. Without Art Scroll, I wouldn't be sitting here today telling you about it.
Everybody should appreciate that, what Art Scroll does, really, everybody. And I really mean it, because otherwise it would, there would be not too many learners. A lot of people sit and learn because of Art Scroll.
Growing up, I really never connected well with learning. It was very difficult. It became a very painful experience. Art Scroll takes away that barrier of entry. So to sit with an Art Scroll, it opens up the whole world of the Gemara for you.
Now here I am. My skills right now is all Mesorah bound. It's allowed me to have this yeshiva where we sit and learn these things. Art Scroll has given us lumdis. That makes Art Scroll the grandfather of Rebbe Akiva Yeshiva. That's why I can do what I can do. Reb Meir Sladowitz and Reb Nosson Sherman and Reb Shia Brandt for their vision. It's beyond belief. And there's no gratitude deep enough to say thank you to these men. They've given us life. They've given us the next world and this world. They've taught us lessons we could have never had. I couldn't have.
The community has changed. Aspirations have changed. And thanks to Art Scroll, in shuls, schools, communities, there's an awareness. There's an awareness of learning. Dirshu, Haravno, all sorts of programs together have raised the level of the community, and because of that, every single member of the community benefits. MetLife Stadium, 90,000 people coming for a Siyum Hashas. The majority of them were there because they have been using Art Scroll.
The Novominsker Rav, Zechet Tzadok Livracha, recognized the contribution of Art Scroll to the proliferation of learning of Daf Yomi in Klal Yisrael.
The completion of the Schattenstein Shas in our day is a historic milestone. A sign, I believe, from Providence that Torah can and will be advanced be'ezras Hashem on all frontiers of Jewish life.
And we see from Siyum to Siyum how great the addition of those learning Daf Yomi has become.
The Hatzlacha of Daf Yomi is because there was Art Scroll. That's clear as day to anyone who's an honest person knows that without Art Scroll, Daf Yomi would not have achieved the popularity that it did.
Lady of Akal Yisrael, v'yamaru, Amen.
When Art Scroll Schottenstein, the Yerushalmi edition, came out and opened up for Klal Yisrael, for learned people, for Talmidei Chachamim, for people who love learning, have opened up a new stage, a new area of learning, a limud that has been closed for generations.
The revolution of Art Scroll has impacted the Jewish community and has impacted the Torah. Jews walk around with a Gemara, with a book, with a Mishnayos, in their talis bag, under their arm, everywhere. It's been an incredible privilege for the Orthodox Union, for the OU to work together as a partner with Art Scroll in advancing this revolution. All Torah, all Daf, with Bavli, with Yerushalmi, with Oraisa, all Mishnah, all Halacha, with Kitzer Shulchan Aruch, you name it, and we're just getting started.
You have to see it. After a long davening, the children in the TA middle school pull out their pocket Mishnayos, their Art Scroll Mishnah Yomis Mishnayos, and tens of chavrusas start learning together. They take their Mishnah, small enough to fit in their pocket, big enough to fill their neshamas, and they sit and learn every single day, Masechta after Masechta. And when you think about it, it's really what Art Scroll is all about. From the smallest, most unlearned Jew taking their first steps in Torah to the biggest Talmidei Chachamim alive, Art Scroll is there for everyone.
It's not even a year and a half ago that we were traumatized. October 7th, Simchas Torah. Nothing since the Holocaust has so shattered people and united people. We all felt it. We were united probably as never before in centuries. When Jews feel that way, they do things. They come together. They help one another. And it brings out a desire for growth, in spiritual growth. Because Sof Kol Sof, in the end, we are a people of Torah. Torah is the soul, the neshama of Klal Yisrael. And that trauma, that tragedy is not even an apt enough word, brought together people, and there was a desire for learning, and the soldiers, a desire for learning. People came, they made tzitzis for the soldiers, sent them to the front. Soldiers who had never learned Shema Yisrael wanted tzitzis. Jews with payas down to their shoulders came down to the army camps with food, serving the soldiers with anything they possibly could. And the soldiers themselves, rifles, backpacks, and an Art Scroll Shas in their backpack.
We knew and understood from day one that without having the Torah and having the Ruchnius, it was something that basically brought everything together in one piece. I remember calling Rabbi Zlotowitz, and he put the team in Israel, and we were printing it. Jay Schottenstein said, of course, right away. We went to bases, we went to hospitals. The widows told me afterwards, in one hand they had the weapon, but in the second hand they had the Gemara. And this is how those people went to fight. I can't even count the amount of people that asked us for Mishnayos Reisman, the Zecher Nishmas. Nobody cared if he's wearing a Haredi or a black yarmulke or not wearing a yarmulke. They wanted to destroy us because we are Jews. And I think by having in this generation, for 2025, the ability to just open an art school Gemara, understanding what are we learning, it gave them so much koyach. Every single day, it's lighting up the Torah, that ner mitzvah v'Torah oir.
October 7th changed our lives.
The hardest part after October 7 was the PTSD that we as volunteers dealt with.
And therefore we lost a lot of our people, we lost the jobs. And then when I went to the Rabbonim, to the Gedolei Yisrael, and asked them, give me something to help our volunteers. And they told me Torah. So I picked up a phone to Reb Gedalia Zlatovich.
And he said, Gedalia, we have to do something. And there's only one cure for the volunteers of Zaka. And that cure is Torah. If they start learning and they take upon themselves to learn Torah, that's going to get them out of their mental anguish that they're in. And Yossi said, let's figure out a way. What can you do for me to help me to tell the volunteers if they take on to learn Daf Yomi, we're going to give them free Schottenstein Hebrew edition of the Talmud.
And all of a sudden, 250, 300 volunteers started to sign up.
I figured we'll get 20 volunteers, 50 volunteers, 75 volunteers. I witnessed 600 volunteers making a siyum above Basra. I had the schus to go around in Eretz Yisrael, to the front lines, to the hospitals, visiting the wounded soldiers, and seeing how appreciative they were to have received the Schottenstein Talmud to learn from. And to see an injured soldier say all they wanted was a set of the Schottenstein Talmud, a set of the Reisman Mishnayos. How incredible that is.
There are many cases where we're walking through the hospitals in Tel Aviv and the south in Israel where soldiers would tell us stories. They would learn Gemara every day in Gaza, outside of Gaza. Now, unfortunately, a lot of these soldiers were wounded we were with. We're all still wanted the Talmuds to learn, and we called Gedalia plenty of times and they would have sets delivered within the hour to them.
You were getting pictures all over the place of the guys learning before they were going out to Gaza. And they came back to Israel, and then when they brought it with them, it was just amazing to see.
A lot of the soldiers as well, religious, not religious, whatever their spiritual background is, they always wanted a Gemara. A lot of them wanted a Gemara to learn every day. I'm so proud of my grandparents, my parents, and my extended family for what they have done for Torah learning all around the world.
We're very lucky that we partnered with an amazing organization that had the vision to do this. There's always new stuff to be done. I don't see it ever stopping. These people here are well worth investing in. Best investment you can make.
Elisha Meidan, one of the IDF soldiers who was severely wounded in battle. He lost both of his legs. I met him the first time as he was laying in a hospital bed in Tel Aviv. I was so inspired by his story and his message that he gave over.
When the Schottenstein Gemara get out, it was like a treasure for me. I saw so many soldiers and officers between the battles. They found the time for study with the Schottenstein. People died next to you and injured and all the bombs and everything is chaos, and the little limud, the little study, a few minutes, it gives you like an anchor, and you can see a lot of groups of soldiers that they didn't sleep at all, and they woke up after half hour, and they study together. Just when you see it, it's give you so much energy.
Eitan Dishon was an IDF soldier that went out to fight at the beginning of the war. A few weeks later, he was killed in battle. I had the opportunity to go meet his mother, Shira, and I was so inspired by her.
The fighting started at 8 o'clock in the evening, and then by, I think, 3:30 in the morning, a sniper shot him, and right away he collapsed, and they had to declare his death 20 minutes later. A month and a half later, we got all his equipment, these big blue boxes. In this blue box, there was a lot of equipment that was in the base, but there was a small bag that he took into Gaza. What would you expect would be in the bag? You know, all kinds of clothes. He had 5 books, not less. One of them is this Gemara. All 5 books were with his blood on them. What they told us is that he built a shelf mamash next to the place where he was fighting, where the commander stood, and probably when he was shot, he just collapsed with all the books that were so close to him, and of course the Gemara. And here I come to you and tell to you, thank you so much. This is the Gemara that he took from the base, which is a present from the Schottenstein family. Thank you for letting all soldiers being brave, because this is the way that they are really, really brave. Baruch Hashem. Really say thank you, and just to say my hakarat tov to your organization, to all the people abroad that are thinking about it, us, and contributing for us. Thank you, thank you. Yehudim ze toda. Toda rabba. Hakarat hatov.
So there it is, my friends, my partners, all together members of the ArtScroll Mesorah family. Torah unites us, and we've seen in these many vignettes, these touching, moving, inspiring vignettes, how ArtScroll, not just ArtScroll, Torah unites our people. And what we've been able to do is to bring Torah to make it accessible to people. And when they have it, they love it, they want to learn from it, they want to be part of it, they want to grow in it. In the schus and the merit of what we do, may all of us be blessed with good health, with success, with continued growth. May all of us have the enormous bracha of seeing our children grow and become better and greater than us. And in the process, Klal Yisrael will grow and become great.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Please enjoy the Malava Malka outside the ballroom on the DJT patio.